Hi everyone, it's Caitlin. So today we're doing a Gigi Hadid inspired photo shoot, which is very exciting. And you might be sat there thinking, Caitlin, you don't look anything like Gigi Hadid. I am very aware of that. Obviously she has kind of long blonde hair and is married to a One Direction member and is actually currently pregnant, and I have none of those things. But anyway, more the idea for this shoot is a bit of a follow on from our Kate Moss video, and with this one obviously Gigi Hadid is a bit more a current model than Kate Moss. Again, super pretty, and we just thought it was such a good idea to base a photo shoot on a particular person, because then you can kind of look up all these amazing photos of them and kind of not necessarily copy the photos but just get ideas from them. And I feel like all models actually have quite a different vibe with the photos that they're in, so it's quite interesting to see what works well and what doesn't. So for our first shot today, we're currently shooting in these amazingly gorgeous gardens, and it's a really hot day. It's like 28 degrees and the sun is probably gonna set in a bit. Really pretty anyway. So for our first shot, we are basing it on this photo where Gigi is sat in kind of a wicker chair and some jeans and an open blouse, and we've found this really cool little alleyway which we've placed this amazing green wicker chair that Mark bought from a boot sale the other day in the middle of, and I'm going to be wearing this pink blouse and these baggy jeans, and hopefully it goes well. So we've now moved on to the second series of shots, but we wanted to mention first that for the first shot looking down the kind of corridor thing, Mark was actually standing on a ladder, so he was up a bit higher than if he was standing on the floor. But for the second round of shots we're doing, we have chosen some portrait shots as inspiration. We've got these ones, and we have come into a kind of shady building thing. I'm going to be sat in the doorway, and we've got the most gorgeous natural light at the moment. But also, to kind of change the lighting up a bit, Mark has used a couple of reflectors, and now he's got a white shower curtain down here, which probably isn't making that much difference. But then he's also bought his reflector, which he's kind of propped up on top of a chair, because he doesn't have two, or he does have two hands, but he's going to be using both his hands to shoot, and I'm using both my hands in the poses. So a little alternative way to keep the reflector there. Also, we've got a dog joining us today. I'm not sure what his name is. He's just in the garden that we're shooting in. And another thing to mention is most of these, and probably all of them actually, will have been taken in studios, and they've all got kind of slightly different makeup and outfits and like nail varnish and jewellery and stuff. Now we haven't got that. We have literally just got what we've brought with us and this little outer building thing. But we did change the outfits a couple of different times, so you might notice that in the shots. So for this final shot, we are trying to do a slightly more dramatic shot. Again, we're using the same doorway that we've shot in for the portraits as well. And we found some more kind of dramatic ones that Gigi's done. So we've got these cool ones like in a boxing rink or something. I'm guessing that was for like some sportswear brand or something. But what Mark quite liked about these ones is the strappy bikini top. So he found a similar one on eBay that I'm going to be wearing, and also some kind of matching bikini bottoms, but they're quite high-waisted, which makes them a bit more interesting. So we started off by doing just some of me sitting down wearing that bikini in the doorway, and then we got some really cool shots of me in this leather jacket with like a fur trim, which you thought was quite Gigi Hadid in style, when I'm going to be standing up. And I don't know if they've come through or not, but there was a dog in the bottom of some of the shots, which I just think will look really cool, to be honest. So we just wanted to kind of end off by saying, when you're working with a model, if you present them with some images of a famous model or another famous model, I feel like that's just going to give them a lot more oomph and kind of, I don't know, like today I've kind of felt like I've got to, you know, live up to Gigi Hadid's work, so it gives them a bit more energy and motivation to work, I guess. Also, we just wanted to mention clothing quickly, because obviously we've gone through some cool different outfits in this video, and one of the things we wanted to say is, if you're buying outfits for a model, make sure you know their sizing, and Mark often checks with me beforehand kind of what I'll be wearing. He'll send me a photo of it and be like, oh, is this okay to work in, which is just great, because then the model isn't going to have any surprises when they rock up. And occasionally, if he needs something really specific, he might ask me to buy it and pay him back if he's not sure about sizing or something. But also, you don't have to spend a fortune on outfits and clothing. Mark often just buys stuff from boot sales, or even just uses stuff that I already own. And there was something else to say. Oh, also, if clothing doesn't fit properly, if it's a bit too big, you can always just kind of gaffer tape it up or something. There's so many tricks you can use. But other than that, we just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. I would love to hear what you had to think about the shots in the comments below. I will always make sure to read them all. And if you enjoyed it, make sure that you give us a like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. See you soon. Bye.
Hi everyone, Mark here. Just a quick note from me. I think Caitlin's covered most of the things that I would have wanted to talk about. But I think the main point is here with this shoot is, I mean, firstly, I was absolutely delighted with the images from this shoot. And I know Caitlin was. It's one of our best sets. And I think that was down to, I mean, obviously Caitlin looks amazing. But it was all down to preparation, you know, getting the right clothes together, getting a good strong mood board together, having a fantastic location, and then to top that, the light was great. We found this kind of great shadowy area in the shadow, and the whole lot kind of came together. But I think that both Caitlin and I were on kind of point for the shoot, and we got lucky with everything else. But you know, preparation. But no, absolutely delighted with these images. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and hope to speak to you again soon.
Hi everyone, it's Caitlin. So I'm so excited because me and Mark can now shoot again together. We're doing socially distanced, of course, so we are 2 meters apart. But the first thing we're going to be doing together is going through Mark's top shots. We just posted the video of my top shots and it went down really well. Thank you so much for all your lovely comments. I did read them all. And yeah, he left some lovely comments on it. So we thought we'd now give Mark a go on it. And I haven't properly looked at these. I've had a quick flick through them. And I must say, Mark has got a good selection. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to briefly talk you through my opinions on this shot, and then Mark's going to give you his reason why he chose it as well. So let's get going. So the first shot we've got is this was from the first ever shoot we did together, wasn't it?
It was.
This one.
Yeah.
So I like that. I feel like I look so different in this shot. But I've got like my own blue dress on. We're in our little field. And it's just quite a very simple portrait, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I mean, it was funny with this image because when we put the book together, it wasn't in the final selection. I'd completely forgotten about the image, and we've kind of like discovered it as it were. And of course, it ended up as being the kind of the front cover image for the book. It was the front cover. No,
that's the Land Rover one. Oh, you wanted this one, and I didn't like how I looked at it, so I said no.
Well, it was going to be the front cover, and it was rejected as the front cover
for silly reasons.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I think obviously, you know, it was the first time we got together. I suddenly saw something kind of really wonderful in Caitlin in that first shoot, and then, you know, wanted to do more and more photography with her.
So the second shot that Mark's chosen out, this was for a leading lines video I think we made this for, and again this is a very early shot we did together. It's of me in a staircase. I've got a really pretty dress on. I remember when we shot this, I was obsessed with the dress that I wore. And this is in our house, and it's quite interesting because it's quite a dark background in this one.
Yeah.
And I look very pale.
I think what I like about this is that I love the kind of the diagonal lines in the background. The colours all blend together nicely, and it was in fact before we were making videos together, this shot. It was a very, very early. It was only like on our second shoot together, and I don't know, I just have a really kind of warm feel about this image. And when we were talking just before, I mean, I so enjoyed going through the images, and I actually ended up with 24 of my favourites, and I honestly didn't actually pick. There was none that you picked that I picked, although I liked all the ones that you picked. So there was no kind of overlaps. But this, I love the the fact that I'm looking down on Caitlin for this shot. I just think it has a lovely feel to it.
Yeah. So the next shot, I honestly love all the shots we did in this shoot. This was taken in summer a couple of years ago, and it was just, we did a shoot using loads of hay bales out in the field next to us, and I love all of them. I just think they're all lovely, and this one's in black and white as well, which is interesting because I think in a lot of the other ones from this shoot, the colours kind of are one of my favourite parts of the image, but this one it's a lot, I don't know, it has a very different vibe to it because it's in black and white, I think.
Well, I think I haven't converted enough of the images of you into black and white, but this is one that was kind of immediately I knew would work in black and white. And obviously it's made by the massive circular hay bale behind you that actually pulls the whole image together, but then obviously your pose and everything kind of works into this circle, and it works so well in the black and white.
Next one, I think this is quite a lot more recent, this shot, and again I think technically I don't understand how Mark did this, because I don't understand how he managed to get me in focus but the whole of the background is like blurry, like I can't comprehend that. So I think this is really clever, but again I like it. It's not something we've done before, anything like this one on a swing.
No.
But I think my expression's quite good in it.
Yeah, I think that the whole thing about this image, I mean, it's great that I've caught you in swing, but it's not completely in focus, the image, but still it's all about your expression. I think that the colours all work nicely together, lovely greens and things like that, but it's this kind of I don't know, what would you say that expression is? I don't know. It's kind of like questioning, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm like, oh, there's Amanda taking a photo of me.
And obviously I was on a ladder for it, which gives it a different perspective as well.
So this next one, I think this one was the first time we shot with my mum and Neve as well.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
I mean, it's not the best shot in the world, but it's you all look great, but I think it was more, I put this in as a memory, and of course, unusually, my photography experience with you isn't just about you, it's about your family as well. And of course I've known your family for all my life, and the fact that all three of you appear in Weekly Imogen from
nice,
in bits and I think that the one of your mum, one of the first videos of Julia's got now 350,000 views.
That's probably more than any of my ones. Mum! Oh, the next one you've chosen now. I'm surprised I didn't put this one in.
Well, I am surprised.
My top shots, actually.
I'm surprised it wasn't.
I think I just forgot to put it in, honestly, because this is definitely one of my favorites. In fact, I actually have this one printed out and put on my wall because I like it so much. I'm not sure if that's just incredibly vain of me, but I just think it's so cool. I love the colours, I love the vibe. I have always looked at this shot and thought it looks like an album cover. And we used it for the cover of the book, actually.
Yes, of course. Yeah. And it really was just a quick snap. We didn't.
It was right at the end of the shoot.
I think we only took two shots, and we'd been doing some other things. And I said quickly, "Oh, come, let's." And it wasn't even on a big camera. It was just a snappy snap photograph, and what makes it for me, I mean, obviously amazing pose, great backdrop with the Land Rover,
it's quite wild.
But I love, it's very wild, and I love your red eye. The red eye really works well.
Wasn't that the reason you didn't want to put it on the cover of the book?
Well, because of the red
Yeah.
eye. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure, but I love it because of the red eye. So yeah.
This next one, I remember when we shot this, I was so against doing it.
Yeah.
Mark was like, can you just sit on this weird red horse in front of a red tractor? And I was just like, no. Like, I could not see the vision here at all. And I was really not up for it, but...
No, well, that's the one. I think that's the reason I put that image in there. Again, it's not a fabulous shot, it's more like a snapshot. But the thing is, it was just a classic look. The look in your face in that image, I see quite a lot, which is, okay, I'll do it for you kind of thing, you know. And it's like, yeah, I don't believe in this image at all, and I really don't like the idea, but I'll give it a go. And I see this face quite often, and so that's why I put it in there.
Oh, this next one, I really like this next one. This one was taken in the old house when we did the shoot there, and I'm guessing the sunburn was edited out of this one.
Yeah, this is when you had your terrible sunburn and things like that. But this is an image. This is a good image. This is a good photograph. I like the crop. I like the amount of wall above your head and round you. It really works within the shape, and you look amazing in it. And it's got some really lovely tones to it. Almost could be taken on film, but it's not taken on film.
This next one is taken on film though, isn't it?
It is.
And it's got like the end of the roll line, which I think is cool. And this is taken in my dad's Land Rover. We've got lots of good shots in there.
Yeah.
And again, this has a very like wild, almost like a little wolf like hiding away or something in it.
Yeah, funny, we took this shot also on the digital camera, and I compared the two of them because I'd always used the digital camera shot when we've shown it before. But actually I now prefer this. I think your expression's better in this one, but of course what makes it is the fact that it was at the end of the roll, and you've got this burn at the end.
This was the coldest photo shoot. I think this is potentially colder than the snow shoots we've done this one. It was absolutely freezing. It was in like February or something at the beach, and I think
Where was it? It was
Whitstable.
Yeah, Whitstable. That's it.
I think you can see in my face how cold I am in it.
Yeah, but I put this one in because I like the image, but it's you were such a trooper for this. You didn't complain at all, and we got some fabulous shots. We made a whole video out of it. We'll put the link below to the video. Might show a couple more images from this shoot now, and but no, it was fun as well. And but what I remember about it, the thing I remember about it is that straight after the shoot, you were absolutely freezing, and we went to this kind of coffee shop.
Oh yeah, we did.
And I think I just had a kind of coffee or something like that, but you decided that you'd have this kind of mega chocolate thing with kind of marshmallow in the top and things like that.
So big.
But then you went completely hyper in the car.
Then we came home and did more photos,
I know,
didn't we?
and you were absolutely buzzing from it.
It was like a sugar rush.
Yeah, exactly.
So the next shot is also a beach shot. This was taken at Broadstairs, not Whitstable, and yeah, I wouldn't have chosen it as one of my favourites personally, but I do like it as a shot.
Oh yes. Well, this was this was a big shot. This was, we'd gone there just to take one image. The idea of the video that we're making, which is actually I found quite pressurised at the time, and I wasn't sure after I'd taken the shot whether I'd actually got the shot and whether it would process okay. But when I came away, but again, I really like your expression in this in this shot. It's difficult to call what's going on in your mind.
Probably cold.
No, you weren't cold that one. I remember your mum was helping with this shot.
Yeah,
as well,
I think both mum and dad were there. Yeah. So the next one, this is a Polaroid. This one.
Yeah.
Did you put this one in because it was a Polaroid?
No, I don't know. Yes, maybe. No, I like it. I really like this one.
I like kind of like the dash of white on it. I think that's quite interesting, and the colours are really cool. And it's very interesting because it's so like dark, and you really can't see very much detail in it at all.
No.
But it's still a cool shot.
Well, I've never had a Polaroid that's come out like this.
No.
And, it's very, very abstract. And, no, I just think it's really different.
Now this next one, this was kind of inevitable. This was going to be in the top ones. It's such a cool image. Again, my friends always comment on this one. My friend Imi.
This is the last one. This is number 13.
This is the last one. My friend Imi says she always likes this one.
Maybe it was in your top.
It might have been, I don't know.
Maybe it was in your top
I don't know if it was.
Yeah.
Comment down below if it was, you probably know. But yeah, this was taken at your mum's house, and yeah.
Yeah, well, it just all the colours just come together well. You're looking through this kind of peephole, as it were, the with the kind of dirty frame of the door, and then you're wearing this kind of really, really bright shirt, and of course you've got these kind of bottles in the background that contrast with the. With the shirt. I love this image, love it, and of course I'm a big fan of square images, and it works so well in the square. So yeah.
So yeah, that's Mark's top shots, everyone. I think, I do agree with you. I like a lot of them shots as well. I don't think there's one in there that I don't like. But thank you so much for watching. Again, as usual, let us know which shot your favourite one was down in the comments below. And I hope that you are still all doing okay in lockdown or quarantine, wherever you are watching from. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Hi everyone, it's Caitlin. So I'm super excited to bring you this really quick shoot we're doing today. So the idea is I'm wearing this shirt, which you may recognise from some quite iconic Imogen photos. So the Imogen photos that we're talking about here, she was wearing this shirt taken underneath Brighton Beach Pier. And when Mark originally showed me the photos, I thought that it was like a leather shirt, but actually it's like a satiny material. But that's what we're going to be doing today. So we're in our big... Again, I wanted to call it a greenhouse. This is the second time we filmed this clip, and I wanted to call it a greenhouse the first time, but it's a conservatory. So we've got lots of natural light in here. So we've got big windows coming from there, and obviously above us as well. And also something a bit different is I've got fake eyelashes on for the first time. And I was quite nervous to put them on because I have heard they're quite tricky to put on. I don't think I've done a particularly good job, but you can judge for yourself, and it will add a bit of oomph to the photo. So we're going to try 3 different poses. Some of me sat on this chair here and some against this black wall here, and Mark will put up the settings for the photos on each of the... for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Before you go, if you aren't following my Instagram already, I would really appreciate it if you do go check it out, because I'm doing something a bit secret at the moment and I would appreciate the followers I could get. So yeah, would love it if you go check out my Instagram. It will be linked below, but it's caitlin.annxx. I think that's it. Anyway, Mark's tagged me in posts, so go check it out. But yeah, I appreciate all the likes and comments on this video, and I will make sure to read all the comments. Let us know what you thought. Let me know if you think the fake eyelashes are awful or not. I'm not sure how I feel about them, but yeah, let us know in the comments your thoughts on the shots, and I'll see you soon. Bye.